way out of this relationship. September 15th of 2019 was the day that I chose to accept the courage God had granted me to break up with this guy. The mistake I had made this time around was not telling him my biggest reason for this breakup, which was to surrender my life back to Christ. Instead, I pointed out the things that were wrong in our relationship and how toxic our relationship was. Of course, he asked for forgiveness and promised that he would change, so I gave back in. It felt wrong, and going home that day, I knew how disappointed God was in me. He asked me, "Child, you asked for a way out, and I gave you your opportunity to. Why did you get back in?" I was in such a difficult situation where I was debating between God and my relationship at that time, which my decision should have always been God within a heartbeat. But because I was so stubborn, I chose to push his words away. 2 months gone by, Tuesday, November 12th of 2019, I went out to eat lunch with a church member. Before we left that day, this church member told me, "You should come to Vespers this Friday and bring your boyfriend." I was so embarrassed, but I responded and said, "Well, he's not a Christian and he doesn't like Christianity. God has told me I'm not supposed to be with him, but I don't know what to do. I am just waiting on my answers from God." Then this church member said to me, "You do know. God is giving you your answers already, but you're just waiting, and you've got too comfortable with waiting." That's when it really hit me, and I thought, wow, I'm so defiant with God that he had to use a human being as an instrument to come and tell me what he has been telling me all along. I took that to the heart that day. As soon as I got into my car, I put on a Christian song and started driving home. With everything that happened that day, along with the song speaking to me, I just broke down into tears. I told God, "Okay, I am sorry for being such a rebellious child. Tell me when you want me to end this relationship and I will do it." God then told me, "Today, child, end it today." So when I got off work that day, I went over to my ex's house and we ended things. Although I felt horrible about it, I knew that God would take care of him, and that gave me the biggest comfort I needed. What shocked me the most was, he and I were supposed to have a family dinner that Friday, and he had told me after we broke up that he was going to propose that Friday. If I had waited just 3 more days to end things with him, I would have regretted it for the rest of my life, because I wouldn't have been able to say no to his proposal. Everything just made so much sense in that moment to why God wanted me to end it on that Tuesday. God interrupted my life, not to ruin it, but to keep me from ruining it for myself. My world was not falling apart, but only into place. I am forever blessed that my Heavenly Father has prevented me from making the biggest mistake of my life. I woke up the next day as a new person. And from there on, I surrendered my entire life to Christ my Lord. It has been the best decision I have ever made in my life. And my heart is just filled with so much joy that God has pulled me away from the darkness that I was hiding in for so long. Our God is so good all the time. I am a living witness up to how real Jesus is because I have experienced him for myself. Jesus loves you so much and he wants you to accept him into your life. Come as you are and he will work on you. If you are unsure about the existence of Jesus, I challenge you to pray or to talk to him today about just one problem that you have, and I promise you that you will see him at work. You will see that he heard you and he wants to help you. I will leave my testimony off with this Bible verse from Matthew 11:28, which reads, "Then Jesus said, 'Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest.'" Thank you all for being here to witness me make the biggest and best decision